New question. The member from Leonard.
Mr. Speaker, my question this morning is for the Premier. Premier, 6 days ago you stated that Ontario's manufacturing job losses were a myth. 4 days ago we learned that Ontario lost 58,000 private sector jobs during the month of March alone. 5,700 of these jobs were good, well-paying manufacturing jobs being chased from Ontario by the McGuinty-Wynne Liberal legacy of high energy rates and unnecessary job-killing red tape. Premier, other than conversations, what have you done with your time steering Dalton McGuinty's sinking Liberal ship?
Minister of Economic Development, Trade and Employment.
Minister of Economic Development, Trade and Employment.
Well, as always, I appreciate a question from my esteemed colleague across the way, my critic. And I don't know why, though, he insists on continuing to beat down Ontario employers, including our manufacturers. You know, and he knows as well as I do that job creation is variable, and we did lose some jobs last month. Of course, the month before, we actually gained 35,000 jobs. And I know he knows as well as I do that of the almost 400,000 jobs that have been created in this province, many of them manufacturing jobs, but out of those 400,000 jobs created since June of 2009, more than 90% of those jobs are full-time positions, and they're meaningful, important jobs. And I know that, as I do, he wants to continue to support these industries and appreciate.
There's a rather elevated discussion taking place by two members. I'd like them to take it outside, continue it somewhere else.
And Mr. Speaker, the fact, I know he knows this, that Ontario is outpacing almost every other jurisdiction, not only in North America but around the world. We've got back all those jobs that were lost. Why doesn't he, like me, why doesn't he be proud of Ontario's businesses, our manufacturing sector, and boost them and talk them up and help us find the supports that they need to succeed?
Well, Mr. Speaker, here is a fact that this Premier, like her predecessor in this government, have made Ontario a have-not province with 600,000 men and women unemployed today. Speaker, the only myth is that the Wynne Liberals have any sort of a plan to grow our economy. Premier, with Peterborough, London, St. Catharines, Brantford and Kitchener-Waterloo all experiencing some of the highest unemployment rates in the country, it is time for urgent action. Premier, stop the digging and stop the nonsense. 600,000 unemployed men and women across Ontario don't want to hear the same old McGuinty answers that we've heard 100 times before. I'm proud that Tim Hudak and the PC Party have put forward a dozen policy papers while you've done nothing. Will your budget include any real measures to help grow our economy and actually create jobs in the province of Ontario?
Well, Mr. Speaker, I know that he has his figure. I have my figure of nearly 400,000 jobs created, and that's the path that we're on as a government. It's important that we support that. And I need to, you know, when it comes to manufacturing, I don't need to say it again, but I have to say that when, even in his own riding with Lambton-Conveyor, that great manufacturing facility that with the support of the Southwest, in fact, it was the first project approved by the new Southwest Ontario Development Fund. And your riding, I'm sure you were there supporting it, creating 110 new jobs in the manufacturing centre. I can't understand why the member opposite voted against the Southwestern Ontario Development Fund, as did his party.